When you arrive Canada, one of the first things the banks give you is a credit card. They make it sound like it's free money, but one thing immigrants don't understand is that credit in Canada is quite different. The interest rate can stand from 20% to 30%, and one missed payment can stick with you for years. Now you could be wondering, how does the trauma begin? It usually starts by using your credit card probably to do your groceries, you buy your winter jacket, use it to do your regular expenses, and then emergency happens, you miss an hour from work, your salary is no longer complete, and then you stop paying the minimum balance on the card. And that's when you realize that your balance keep increasing and it looks like you're not paying anything again. And one thing most people fail to realize is that those people you see who are in debt to the tune of 20 to 30,000 dollars probably didn't even take that much. They might probably have taken a few $1,000s, but missed payments, interest on loans, and penalties increase the balance for them. And that's where the nightmare begins. Now they have to work back to back, have to do multiple jobs, picking extra shifts here and there just to pay off these debts. And sometimes they barely have time to even sleep in their house that they pay rent for. They don't have enough time to spend in the house they pay bills for. It seems like they are working just to pay interest. The consequences of having credit card debt in no particular order, it can affect your ability to get an apartment. Some landlords will check your credit score, and when it's not looking good, they will not rent to you. It can also affect your ability to buy a property in Canada. They will check your credit score. If it's not good, no one is going to sell to you. It can also affect your chances of getting a job. There are certain jobs that requires you to have good credit score. Your employer will check, and when they see you do not have a good credit score, they're not going to give you the job. And a lot of people have been victims of this. Some mistake people make when they come to Canada is one, paying only the minimum balance. So you're owing $500, for instance, and they say your minimum balance or your minimum payment is $10. You don't have to pay just $10. Try to pay more than the minimum balance. Try to pay off your credit card loan, if possible, before the due date. Paying just the minimum balance increases how much you owe. Another thing that people do is using their credit card to fund their lifestyle. You don't use your credit card to throw parties. You do not use your credit card to go on vacations. That is not what it's meant for, and you doing that is going to put you into financial distress. Another thing is maxing out your card. You don't need to use everything on the credit card limit. So if you have a card limit is $1,000, it doesn't mean you have to use $1,000. A rule of thumb is just to use at least 30% of your limit. If for any reason you have to use above that, please try to pay it back in full before the due date. Maxing out your credit card limit reduces your credit score. Canada is expensive, obviously, but trying to look financially okay and misusing your credit card to fund your lifestyle will definitely ruin your life financially. Another mistake is ignoring your credit card statement. Some people do not even take time to look at their credit card statement. What if your card has been compromised? What if somebody is using your card for fraudulent transactions? Transactions that you did not authorize. If you do not spend time to look at your credit card, you will not know when there are transactions that you didn't authorize. And before you know it, your debt keeps increasing and you're wondering, why is this money increasing? That is because you do not spend time to check your credit card statement. So I want to encourage us to please take out time to check your credit card statement every month. Look at the expenses. If they look unfamiliar, contact your bank immediately. I'm going to share practical tips on how to protect yourself if you're already in debt. In no particular order of importance, the first thing you should do is to stop using the credit card until it is very, very necessary. You're already in financial distress, you're owing a lot of money, stop using the credit card. Try to reach out to your financial institution to see if they have plans for lower interest rates. The next thing you want to do is to start offsetting debts with lower interest. You'll have two credit cards, you're owing here and there. This one, the interest rate is 10%, this one is 20 or 30%. Obviously, you have to start paying off the one that has a higher interest rate. It's going to help you reduce how much you're owing in total. Also, try to see how you can pay off the ones with lesser amounts. You have debt of $200 and this is $2,000. If you can pay off the 200 and settle off that one, it's going to give you peace of mind. Another thing you can do is to automate your payments if you can. A lot of people get into debt because of missed payments, sometimes unintentionally. They probably have the money in their account, but did not remember to make the payment on time. So if you can automate the payment, it's going to help you not to miss a payment so that what you owe don't increase as a result of interest. Also track every dollar you spend in the month. After a month or two, go back to them. Look at it. Try to figure out where you're spending money unnecessarily and try to cut down on certain things that are not very necessary. That way, you can also save up money to pay off your existing debts. Many people think that taking on so much debt or loans would increase their credit score, but that is a myth and that is not true. Somebody with a lower limit on their credit card can have a higher credit score than somebody with a higher limit. It all depends on usage, how you use your card, and how you repay the money. So, anyone telling you to go take on more loans, to go increase limit on your credit card, thinking that it's going to help you increase your credit score, no, it would definitely not do that. It could even destroy you if you take more than you can afford and you use the money in a way that you cannot pay back. It's going to destroy you. So you do not need a higher credit card limit. You do not need to take on debt or loan for you to increase your credit score. You just need to know how to use your card wisely and spend only what you have and avoid maxing out the credit card limits. A credit is a tool, not a lifestyle. You use it very well. It's there to help you, not to fund the kind of lifestyle that you want. Know the difference between your needs and your wants. That's the mistake a lot of people make. Your wants can wait. Your needs are what is very important and what you truly need. Do not confuse both of them together. The goal is freedom, not appearances, and a quiet and stable life is way better than being in debt. I hope you found this video helpful. If you're okay with sharing credit card mistakes you've made or lessons you've learned for other people to learn, please go ahead and drop it in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.